to another episode of Master Plan. I am your host, Monica Sekhmet Grant, and today we are here with Faheemah Safa of Faheemah Safa, New York. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Likewise, it's an honor. Really.
Awesome, thank you. So tell us about yourself.
Okay, we're a brand. It's an international brand. It is basically East meets West inspired.
Okay.
We are a brand that is, it has to do with really something, well, a term that I coined actually called the polished exotic. It's classic with edge, but we're an indigenous spirited concept, global minded concept, really, for futuristic time, and that's how I like to look at it.
Okay, okay. And so you made the top that I have on.
Yes, designed this.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
You know, I like I feel like it fits me.
Yes.
You know, I like having something loose on my body. I don't like to be so tight, you know, and so when I put it on, it's like, yeah, I could do this. I could do
And it
this.
looks great, and it complements you very well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's
What
exciting.
other, because you said you've been an entrepreneur since you've been 10.
Well, you know, that's, wow. Yes, self-employed, back and forth, in and out. I've done various things, but to the core, I mean, I was really reared that way. My father was, he was a educational consultant who ran a young entrepreneurs program, and that was his business. And so from a very young age, I was reared into the mindset of an entrepreneur only. And that's something that it's always been within me. I was interviewed at Best Talk in Town, one of the first talk shows back in the 80s. I was 10 years old, and I had an earring company, little small business that I was running. I did vending. It was handcrafted jewelry. And that's how, pretty much that's how I started.
Well, have you ever had a job?
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, and it never seems to work out for me. Quite.
I hear you.
I'm a natural self-employed person.
Absolutely.
Mentally, and
I
know that
understand
I know that I could never get that out of me. I know I couldn't, but I have done. Yes, I've done everything from corporate America to street vending, and you know, it's I like versatility. I like balance.
What's your favorite business?
Wow, that would be interior design, real estate.
Okay, okay.
Which I was a real estate agent for a couple of years. I love design. I love design. I think I find in life that artists are usually multi-artists. They're usually multi-talented.
That's very true.
I'm a writer. I was a poet. I've done a lot of you know, back in the 90s, in the early 2000s with the poetry slam and the things of that nature, but I was always a writer. I was a songwriter. Right. And I think artists are usually multi-artists. I dance.
For sure.
So you know, I find that a lot. So I think that would be my favorite business, though, when it comes to that. It's anything that's design. I love architecture. Anything that has to do with aesthetic, especially when it has a polished look with I would say like eclectic elements. Okay. And that's something I'm very attracted to.
Okay. Okay. So your business now, you're making tops, you're making designs. If I was to go to your website, what would I find?
Oh, you're going to find our signature jackets.
Okay.
Namely one that I have on right now.
I love that.
Thank you so much. Various colors of this, but these are our signature blazers. I like to also call them dress coats. Right. But it's very versatile. They're unisex. It has an old world feel to it, yet a futuristic quality that I think always it always projects, I think, from the attire. Right. And it's more than clothes to me, though. It has to do with your own dignity, and it has to do with you feeling royal, feeling that power point within you.
That.
This is why I do what I do. Actually,
I love that.
It's to my heart.
That's
of me.
Important.
It is my passion.
Yes.
The purpose of this is that personal style doesn't say this is what I'm wearing. It says this is who I am. And I really believe that your style should project your mentality, something about you as a person. I should be able to learn something about you as a person and learn something of your mindset. I believe clothing and presentation is definitely a mindset.
That's awesome.
I want us to feel royal. I want us to feel dignified. And when we put on our attire, it's like it's adorning yourself. It's like putting on your crown.
Absolutely.
Before you leave.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love about fashion.
Absolutely.
That's why I do fashion.
Yeah,
it's just in there in me.
And people will treat you accordingly.
Yes, ma'am.
That's awesome.
I like to say, dress the way you want to be addressed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this jacket, can I?
Yes, please.
This is awesome. So how do you go about making a jacket like this?
Okay, well, I am more of I'm one of those new age designers that designs it and then has it sewn.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay.
So then I have it made. I have seamstresses, tailors, and you know, it's going to be in production soon. I'm mostly working with the samples right now. I've done runway showcases. You know, it's more boutique style, trunk show style at the moment until the clothing goes into production.
Okay.
And that's what we're waiting for mostly.
Okay.
Once the brand is in production, then it'll be ready for sale online and things of that nature. We have a boutique, web boutique coming soon.
Okay.
And most of the work is definitely in portfolio style on Instagram. It's I like to do or try to do runway showcases twice a year.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
Thank you.
What runways, what shows do you mostly affiliate with?
Well, I love Fashion Week Brooklyn. I haven't been there to them yet, but of course, and I love Brooklyn. And then there's I like Men's Fashion Week.
Okay.
But then there's a Tampa. In Tampa, Florida, there's this big showcase. Their biggest showcase there, actually.
Oh, really?
That I used to do annually. I think this is the first year, actually, that I haven't done it. But annually, I do a showcase called Eye on Fashion.
Eye on Fashion.
Eye on Fashion was actually originally a wardrobe stylist competition.
Okay.
And I'm a wardrobe stylist turned designer.
What does that mean, wardrobe stylist?
Well, wardrobe stylist, you know, meaning being the it's to master attire. It's the master of adornment.
Okay.
It's everything from head to toe. When I style something, I style it from the top of the person to the bottom of the shoe most of the time. It's the accessories the person is wearing, their entire ensemble,
Okay.
if you will.
Okay.
And that's what I believe wardrobe styling should be. Not just a piece here or a piece there highlighted, but it's an
Right.
ensemble.
Absolutely.
And when I work on something, I take various pieces, but when I'm finished with it, it looks like a uniform. It most of the time looks like something uniform that was all bought in one place almost.
Wow, that's fly.
I love it.
That's fly.
I love it. So it was natural for me to begin to design.
Right.
Because my eye is just always that way.
Right.
I just it was just always that way.
Right.
I look at something and I immediately have a vision and image, you know, I have a vision for it of how it's best presented, tailored to the person.
Right. Right.
I love when it's custom tailored to the person. I want
Right.
to see you on the outside of you, and I want to see that mindset you have walking down the street. I love it. I love great style.
I love your style.
Thank
I love
you.
It. I love it.
Thank you so much.
For a young entrepreneur or just somebody that wants to become a designer and following your footsteps, what are some practical tips that you can give them?
Put yourself out there on your own. Kick down the wall. It always seems like something untouchable. The fashion industry always felt like something you really don't understand or know how to get inside. It always feels like something on the outside of you that you have to look into. But because of social media today, you can present your portfolio however you like. You are your advertisement. That's the other thing I would say. I think I'm on number 2.
Okay, no.
Number two would be that you are a self-advertisement.
Right.
You are your style. You are your design. Wear yourself. And go forth in life.
Right.
Go to and fro. Wear yourself. You are a walking advertisement for your work. Always, always, always. So from the corner store to the laundromat to
People should look at you like, what are you wearing? Where did you get that from?
And I can't help it, actually.
Yeah.
I have my friends and family, and they laugh at me and they say, you would think you're going to an event, and it's not something I do intentionally. The moment I touch something to put anything on, that's how it comes out for me. That's how my thoughts work. So that's how it comes out. I think I'm just throwing on something to go somewhere, and it looks like I'm really going somewhere, as people would say.
Right,
but
right.
everywhere is somewhere for me. I think life should be celebrated that way.
Absolutely.
I like to tell, when they do ask for advice when it comes to fashion, the other thing I would say is, let's stop waiting for a special day. adorn yourself.
Every day is special.
Exactly. And every day is a day to be celebrated. You know, we don't want to, we don't want to die and have all these beautiful things in our closet that we never wore.
Exactly.
I really think it's important to just, every day is special. Put it on.
That's an amazing mentality to have.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's developed over time.
Yes.
And for the young entrepreneur, pushing through, pulling the power out of you, your own self-confidence, seeing your vision. Your vision is given to you for a reason. You see it, and everyone doesn't have to see exactly what you see in order for you to really go forth and really spearhead your own vision. Something you see is given to you. It's intentional. It's purpose driven, and when you have a purpose driven mindset like that, you can go forth in confidence.
Right.
Right. Of course, it would always be balanced with humility, things of that nature. I think character is really important, but that confidence is extremely important. The belief in yourself. I know it's said a lot, but it really is true. And put yourself out there.
Absolutely.
Put yourself there.
Absolutely.
Go to events. Go to events and network.
Yes.
Wear who you are. Wear it. Own it. And go and do things.
I love
and
it.
The business will come to you, really.
I believe
and
in
that's
that.
pretty much how it happened for me.
Particularly when you have the confidence and you're living out your own purpose. You're living out your God-given gift. So I feel like if you're over here and God wants you here, if the universe saying you need to be right here and you're trying to be over here, you're trying to be like everybody else.
I have.
Things are not going to work out.
Right.
And so you exude God's greatness, the universe's greatness. You are you're where you're supposed to be.
That means so much to me. Thank you.
Absolutely. And so I'm sure like when people might even be able to articulate it, but like you're on a path of royalty, and we all need to be that way. And I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate your clothing line. I appreciate the mentality of just celebrating every day, because when you show up that way, that's where the greatness happens.
Yes.
The magic, and there's a lot of magic that happens when you're an entrepreneur.
I bear witness.
It's things you can't even explain, but it happens.
And the days that you don't want to go, that's when some of the best things happen.
Sure enough.
I would say to that young person, when you don't feel like it, when you were about to reschedule it, put on your best and go do it.
That's when you need
some
to be there.
Amazing things happen for your career in those very moments.
Yes,
Powerful thing.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I enjoyed this.
I really
definitely we need
appreciate
more
it.
time.
I know. I know.
Definitely
We would.
come back. Well, please tell the world how they can find you.
Okay. Well, you guys, you can find me on Instagram mostly. I also do have a Facebook fan page, Faheemah, Safa, New York. And mostly active on Instagram, actually. I love Instagram for the portfolio style that it has. Faheemah Safa New York on Instagram for now. And the web boutique is coming soon with the clothing line.
Thank you, Faheemah, for coming.
You're very welcome.
You're more than welcome
You're
to
very
come
welcome.
back, and I would love
Thank
to
you.
do more work with you, more networking with you. I definitely need some clothing. I need more top.
Oh, you look great. This drape is perfect for you.
Thank you so much.
It's racer. It's edgy. it's elegant.
I need my edge. I need edge and elegance. That's what I need.
Yes, I love that combination.
Yes.
I have you.
Yes.
I've got you.
We're good. Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, this was another episode of Master Plan. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next time with another episode and interview. Peace. Listen, yo, I'm living my life and everything ain't always good, but I'm doing what I want 'cause I'm the